This is a commonly used template that conveyancers will use to explain to you the options that you have regarding searches. Let's have a look at the first paragraph. It says this list is not exhaustive of inquiries that can be undertaken. Other inquiries may be necessary depending upon the nature, use, and location of the property. If you have any issues of particular concern in buying the property that may affect your decision to proceed, you should contact us as soon as possible, as there may be other searches that we can conduct that may assist you. Okay, let's have a look at this template of searches that can be conducted. I want you to be aware of it, because some of these searches should be done like before you sign the contract, and others it's fine for you to wait until after you've signed the contract. It all depends. If you're under auction conditions, your conveyancer should know if you're intending to buy this under auction conditions in which there is no cooling off period. Let's have a look at this document. They're asking you to complete it and return it to your solicitor within 7 days. So they're asking for you to fill it out. It's hard if you're provided with this document, you really don't know what a lot of these things mean and if you should be having any particular searches done. I want you to be able to have time now to prepare yourself so that if they haven't sent you this document, you can ask them for it. All right, so we have a look through here, and obviously title investigations, they are wanting to make sure that you're buying the home that the seller is selling and that they have permission to sell that home. And I like to compare this to when you go to hospital and you've got your wristband on and they check who you are 19 times before they actually put you under anaesthetic. That's like this. It's like, you're definitely buying this house. Yep, this is the right house. Let's just double check again, okay? Because sales agents can make mistakes when they write it on the contract. And if you didn't pick that up, then the conveyancer's job is to pick that up. Current title search, registered plan. See, now over here, we've got the suggested timing for when this needs to happen. And for example, as soon as you become aware you want to buy a home, now, we need to check now. Or before you dig Australia, contract signed. That depends, because you might have signed a contract and waived your cooling off period, in which case you need to have done this beforehand. You might have signed a contract under auction conditions, and always keep your conveyancer in a loop with regards to the properties that you are considering buying. Another thing is that I sound like I'm from the olden days when I say this. A lot more frequently nowadays, conveyancers will say to you, okay, in our set fee, we will peruse 3 contracts within that fee. So feel free to flick us a contract for a review. It's all included, up to 3, or maybe some of them say unlimited. Some of them might just charge an hourly rate, and it's just per hour. So ask them how they will bill you and find out how that works with them. All right, and then this column here is your rights. So this is where, if there's something wrong with one of these searches, these are your rights. This is what they're searching for. This is when they need to do it. This is how much it's going to cost. These are your rights. Should you be dissatisfied with the outcome from the information that the conveyancer provides to you, and this is yes or no, would you like them to conduct this search? This is your opportunity to give instructions to your conveyancer based on what you need them to look for. So here we can have a look for neighbourhood disputes. So the sales agent should make you aware of any neighbourhood disputes, but if you're concerned that they haven't made you aware of them, or if you think that there may be a dispute and the seller's saying that there isn't one, your conveyancer is your legal protection to sort that out for you. The pool register. Now, again, here they're saying it's free to check for that because it is free for people to check for that, but there are other things that they need to charge you for. Mining, and imagine if the property is in a location where there are mining and any other geothermal tenures with the property. transport noise corridor search. Sorry if I'm going too fast, but you do have access to this document in the downloads on the course when you log in online. And so there's more here that they're searching for, and local government inquiries, rates, information. So they can therefore allow for adjustments. All right, other risks or concerns that you may have. Town planning, sewage and drainage. So you might want to see where the sewage and drainage pipes are. We've already taught you how to do that in Module 3. Injects ergon, we've already taught you to do that in Module 3. Building notices, search. Down here we've got other searches. These ones are all you should be knowing, like town planning. These start to get expensive. Local government inquiries. And then you've got the town planning full inquiries. And you can see the prices here start to get quite expensive. So if you're looking to develop the land or the property, you want to see what is possible. Let me just tell you that sometimes if your property is in a bushfire zone, there are things you can and can't do in certain areas of that land. Figuring that out is very important. I wouldn't say you need to pay $8,000 for that. You would probably just pay something less. Building approval search. This is important, like we were talking about earlier. If there is a deck put on, if there's a granny flat put on, if there's been a DIY bathroom in, how do you know it's been waterproofed? How do you know that if you buy this house, in 4 years' time, you rip out the whole bathroom because it wasn't waterproofed and there's moisture leaking through the walls, attracting termites. So find those certificates. If the sales agent can't provide you with them, the seller should be able to provide you with them. If the seller can't provide you with them, then your conveyancer needs to investigate something that smells a bit fishy. All right, heritage search, planning and development. So some local governments provide free online searches that provide some, but not necessarily all, development application materials and decisions. So the information is not complete and not warranted by council. It shows applications and approvals. Do these searches before you even start to fall in love with the property, okay? Flood search, vegetation protection orders, power link. Sorry if I'm making you car sick by going too fast. World Heritage List, National Heritage List, Queensland Heritage Register search. If you're buying between Gundawindi and Brisbane, you may want to find out more about inland rail. That is one example of one conveyancer's form that they will send to you for you to say yes, 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 no, yes, no, yes, no, 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 yes, no. I'm showing it to you so that you can say to them, I'm sorry, but I live between Gundawindi and Brisbane, or I'm looking to buy there. What's this all about? For example. And so that this is allowing you to have those conversations so then you can instruct your conveyancer accordingly.